This is topic B on page 132, modifying a table.
Once you've created a table, you may need to make some adjustments to its size and layout. Before you can make certain changes to the table structure, you'll need to select the table itself or its elements. So we're going to go over some table selection methods. If you want to select a row or multiple rows, you move the mouse pointer to the blank space at the left of the desired row. So with my cursor here, if I go to the left of the desired row, your cursor will change to a right tilted white arrow. You can click to select the row right here. It's kind of like your selection bar with regular text. So that's to select an individual row, and you can click and drag down to select multiple rows. Now, if you want to select a column going up and down or multiple columns, you move the mouse pointer to the top or bottom border of the column until the mouse pointer changes to a black down arrow, and then click to select the column. So if I wanted to select this first column, bring my cursor, hold on, very precise here. It's like right along the border there. And it's very tiny on my screen, I apologize, but that is a downward pointing black arrow. And I click here, and it selects the whole entire column for me. Now, with 3 cells, it's not a big deal. I could click and drag down the cells, but you may have a table, that's hundreds of cells in one entire in one column. It might be 100 rows there. So it is beneficial just to click once at the top. If you wanted multiple columns selected, just click and drag that black arrow going across. If you want to select a cell, move the mouse pointer to the blank space before the text in a cell. So let's say in this first cell, I'm going to enter my first name. If I bring my cursor just to the left of my name there, you can see the cursor changes to it's pointing to the upper right-hand corner. And if I just click there, it's going to click the entire cell. Same with clicking and dragging here. If I want to go across, I can go like that. Click and drag to select as many cells as you want. And then, very important, if you want to select the whole entire table, if you click anywhere into the table to put your cursor in any cell, you see this little box that appears in the upper left-hand corner, and it has a 4-directional arrow there. Just click once on that box, and it's going to select the whole entire table for you. So every single cell that's in there. All right, so that's your table selection box. So if you're trying to format the whole entire table in one font, you're going to need to select every single cell here. So just click once on that little box in the upper left-hand corner. Now, very important. When I'm clicked outside of the table, you can see my ribbon looks normal. File, Home, Insert, Design, Layout, References, Mailings, Review, View. When I click inside to my table anywhere, I get 2 additional tabs. It comes across as one main tab name at the top, and then 3 individual tabs along the bottom here that I can click into. This is a contextual tab. And a contextual tab appears when you have a certain element in your document selected. So when I'm clicked into a table, I get my Table Tools contextual tab. And your Table Tools contextual tab includes a Design tab and a Layout tab. So very important not to get this Design tab confused with this one. They'll always signify click in your Table Tools Design contextual tab, and that is this one over here. The commands on these 2 ribbon tabs deal strictly with working with tables. Again, if I click anywhere outside of my table, it's going to disappear because you don't have the options of working with a table if you're not clicked into one. You'll see contextual tabs, obviously with your tables, when you have an image of some sort selected, like a picture or a clip art image, you'll get your Picture Tools Format contextual tab. When we get into Smart Art graphics, that will activate contextual tab. Charts will activate contextual tabs. What else? Equations will activate contextual tab. So lots of different objects that we insert into our Word documents will activate different contextual tabs on your ribbon. So if you're ever trying to do a step and, it says go to your table tools, design contextual tab, and you start freaking out, oh, I don't have that on my ribbon. My word program's not working right. Trust me, I hear it a whole lot. There's always at least one. Make sure you're clicked inside your table, because if you're not, those ribbon tabs will not appear for you. So back to these two contextual tabs, our table tools. Again, we get our design and we get our layout contextual tab. First, we're going to take a look at our layout contextual tab. And we're just going to take a look at the different groups that we have here. And in our activity, we'll use a few of these different commands. And as we go through our 3 different books, we'll learn about the others. So just taking a look at our groups here. The Table Tools Layout Contextual tab contains groups with options to modify the structure of the table. So this is how the table is built. Not so much its appearance, like its design and its color scheme, but more so, well, how big are the cells? How many columns do I have? How many rows do I have? Do I need to add any rows or columns? Things of that nature. So you have your table group, and the options here to select elements of the table and to view your table grid lines and table properties. Then you have your, don't worry about the draw. We're not going to be working with that. That's for drawing cells. I showed you how to do that just a little while ago. We have our rows and columns command group. And you can see this is to insert rows. So if I wanted to insert a row above where my cursor is located right now, I could click on that, and you can see it puts an empty row right above my name. Same idea, insert below. If I wanted to insert a column to the left of where my cursor is, I have that option. Insert to the right as well. So if you create a table and you realize that it's not large enough, or maybe it's too large, you always have the option to delete cells, columns, or rows, or the entire table, or you can add them as well. Then you have your merge command group. This is to merge and split cells and split the table. Now, merging cells, let's say I wanted to make a title going across the top cell of my table. I could select all of these cells here, go up to that merge command group and select merge cells. Now this is one single solitary cell. And maybe I wanted to make a heading here. Oops. And have that centered across my table. Change it to horizontal alignment. So now I have one cell that spans across all of my data in my table. So that's your merge cells. And if you decide you want to split them, you can go back to, multiple cells in the columns as well. Then you have your cell size command group. This is to change the height of rows and the width of columns, or to make multiple rows or columns the same size. Your alignment command group, modify the alignment of the text in a table and change the direction in which the text is entered. You can also change the default value of each cell's margins. If I have my name selected here, I can change the text direction. You can see I can have it flowing down the side, flowing up the left side, up the top, and the more you click, it just makes that rotation for you. Now, since I did that and I have it expanded, my row, then you have your different alignments in your cell. Align top left, top middle, top right, middle left, middle center, middle right, bottom left, bottom center, bottom right. So you can choose where your text or numerical figures fall into your cell as well. And then lastly, your data command group. And this is to sort, calculate, or convert the information in a table to text. You can also use this group to repeat the header rows on every page when a table extends beyond a single page. And we'll get into these options as we progress through our books here. Okay, so you're going to move on.
Our next video is going to be activity 5.2 on page 134.